Would you? No, the answer is no.
Also, it's probably
Um,
highly possible this guy was purposely overpricing it. So
That's also probably true.
let's see. The first folk-looking banjos were created by a legendary bard in the Moonshade Isles. Okay, so there you go. You learn that as you get the item and come to understand it and get. He as he hands it to you in this proper, beautiful case, carrying case, and it's got like the various things certifying that it's a real Gryffindor from that college. You get this piece of history, Soren, that it comes from a legendary bardic college in the Moonshade Isles.
Okay.
I'm just looking for random magic items. Because all I have is this stupid arm that expels grease at people that I have used as a weapon.
Oh, hey, Kenji.
Mm-hmm.
Does there happen to be any leftover mithril from
Um,
Smithson job?
I don't think so. It would be pretty. They would be pretty precise about how much was asked for. You could maybe salvage a little bit. I mean, there'd be a little bit on the side, but not very much. I guess it depends on how much you're looking for.
Not enough to like coat an arm in. Because basically, I'm trying to make Aaron's arm, but better, but for myself.
I mean, if it were a thin enough coat, or if the coat were concentrated at certain points, yeah, you'd probably have enough for that. But
Mm,
and Aaron, did you say you were looking for something here?
Got money and nothing to really spend it on.
Thank you for your generous donation.
how much would a ring of spell storing cost?
Oh, I have one of those.
You do?
Here you go. I forgot to give you this flavor. There you go, Soren. There's your extra flavor there for your you got generated.
Cool.
A ring of spellstorm.
Basically-
I'll get you the price for that. But yeah, Soren does have one.
Basically, what I was trying to do is, I was trying to make, magic mechanical arm, coated in mithril, and has the ability to store spells, so I can like store fireballs in it.
All of that would be egregiously expensive to make, assuming you could even do it. So,
Well, the whole ring of spell storing thing is a rare item, so it would take at least 10 work weeks to do it.
yeah, and the other problem would be combining that all into one item, because that messes with attunement slots. And so,
Well, I can get rid of an attunement slot, or
if you just
I've never
wanted
used my
to
boot.
create a ring of spellstorm, your artificer can do that, right?
yeah. Well, like you can. It just takes a while.
Right. I'm trying to. Are you asking what the price would be to make one of those, or what?
I guess for the ring of spell storing, I wonder how much it costs to buy it outright.
At this point, probably several thousand, a few thousand gold at least.
More than 5,000?
Probably not.
Well, shit. Hmm. Yeah, like I want to make this arm. Damn it. I guess okay. I'll start with making the mechanical arm itself. Maybe coat it. Maybe coat some. Guess maybe coats like.
Are you
some parts
trying
of
to
it
coat
in
over
mithril.
top, or are you trying to use the mithril to make an alloy to make it lighter?
Lighter, I guess, would be fine. I'm not really
Okay.
the strongest
In that
character.
case, you'd be mixing it in as an alloy. So yeah, making it lighter. That you'd probably have enough to do that to an extent. It would just be a tinker check. Probably it would take some time. It wouldn't be instant, obviously, but you'll probably have to do this over downtime.
Oh,
Kenji,
yeah, of course.
Kenji, what was
Yeah.
the name of the place, the college that it was at from?
There's actually I will link you to the wiki page for it in case you need to check it again. But I will also post it. post the blurb from that. Let me edit it out. Hang on. But the actual place is it comes from the Moonshay Isles, from that particular college. That's
Be cool.
But yeah, you could come up with an arm of your own using the mithril and over some downtime. It would probably again take the better part of well, not the better part. It'd take part of the week to do so. Handy.
Yeah. Okay. How much would that cost? Like buying the materials for the arm and stuff.
Let me see. Create one completely from scratch. Let me see. Oh, apparently it's not that rare. Okay, yeah. 500 gold, I think, would be the proper price for that rarity. Assuming what the, well, not the rarity of the item, but the rarity of it within the world. And I'm gonna assume that also is for any other workshop fees or whatever you might have.
Oh yeah.
And a proper tinker check would be able to accomplish that.
Alrighty. Let me see. Do. Flash of genius.
Yep, with flesh. Yeah, you'll be able to make that by the end of the week for sure. So by the end of the week, you have it sort of a copy of the prosthetic arm. Obviously, not exactly the same because Aaron's head is modified in a different way, and it was crafted in a different way in the first place. But you have your model, your personal model.
Nice. One step closer. Hey, is any of you willing to chop off my arm so I can install this myself?
Oh,
You want me to
what?
use my new sword?
I mean, when I'm ready.
Mine will probably be the cleanest cut.
Ignores the surgeon in the party for if he wants to replace his. I mean, it is pretty handy though because since it's technically an attuned item from Eberron, you can put your own infusions in it, right? So I can see why you want to do that. On one hand, it's crazy, but on the other hand, it does kind of fit the class.
Yeah, Asher is crazy. But no, like I'm ignoring the actual surgeon in the party because Asher wants to do this himself. Like he wants to install it himself. Because why the hell
Well, I
not?
would imagine if you would want a clean amputation, then
Fair enough.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll enlist his help for the amputation, and then I'll put it on myself.
Lawrence, are you willing to help him
Remove a perfectly good and well-functioning arm.
in order to take advantage of his magical infusions?
No.
There you go.
What? No?
He has an oath.
Why? Because of ethics?
Not because I really don't give a shit about you.
Damn.
Savage.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, you should probably prepare yourself so you don't go into shock.
Well, I'm not doing this right now.
It's just in the
I've already got the psychic blade up. I'm like, oh.
Shit, I'm waiting for this arm to, be waiting for I want to do more to this arm before I do that.
Make sure the thing is actually going to be better than your real arm before you lose your real arm.
Yeah, I'll of course have Aaron be the test dummy for this. As a matter of fact,
Sorry, what did you just
as a
say?
matter of
Bite the pillow,
Aaron.
Pinocchio.
As a matter of fact, Aaron, no.
Oh God.
I'm gonna shield that. Unless that's advantage, then I'm fucked.
Presumably, it's not a real attack, but
Yeah, I don't think you have an advantage because she did just yell, "Bite the pillow, Pinocchio."
True.
this is true. Is there anything else you all need to take care of in Mirabar?
Yeah, I need magic. I guess not. I've been asking for magic items. The stuff he's regular stuff doesn't seem to be useful at all.
All right, because basically you all will have, your last your commissions and things get finished up. You'll have your last week in Mirabar, which presumably, presumably Soren, depending on how does modify memory wear off.
Only with greater restoration.
Okay.
It depends on the time limit you set it on.
No, it doesn't go away.
The spell level is how far back you can edit.
Yeah,
A
and
greater restoration spell cast on this target restores the true memory.
Okay. So, if that happens, then you'll be in deep water, but otherwise you'll probably be fine. So there will be, if you need to handle something over the weekend between sessions, that's fine. But basically, there will be, as your commissions get finished, this last week of downtime in Mirabar, and then next session we'll pick up with the party moving on. And so if there's anything,
yeah, I mean that
characters-
motherfucker doesn't even know my name. Like,
yeah,
who cares?
yeah. And besides, it doesn't say that in the spell. I don't think he realizes that his memory's been modified. So
No, he doesn't know.
yeah, so it would be you're probably fine. You're almost certainly fine. In fact,
So how many days has it been?
In Mirabar, since you've come back, it's been. I think you guys have spent at this point, I'm going to assume that you didn't make the sword and get your commissions, and so I'm assuming you did this all at the same time. So with that in mind, basically 2 weeks since you did the Speak with Dead. That's 2 weeks of staying in Mirabar as part of your downtime, and then you'll be heading out after that, assuming that the party wants to head out.
Oh yeah, I'll let them know that we need to meet in Tribor. That's where Dallas is, and we'll learn more about the guy we just killed. And
Oh, there is one thing I want. Ken shall send it to you because I gotta find it again.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking about it. I'll get all my armor and stuff upgraded.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
hey, I still have this drow head in my my box. Did anyone want that?
Yeah, we need to keep that.
For
All right, it's
anyone
refrigerated.
looking to upgrade their armor or weapons, I do have prices for that, and it depends on whether you want to upgrade or buy brand new. +3 stuff is kind of out of the way. You probably wouldn't be able to just afford or find that in downtime. It would be more of an ordeal to get. But +2 armor
What is
or
the
+2
+3
shield,
stuff?
it's
What is
over
the +3?
20,000 gold. So
What the fuck?
they're legendary and very rare.
Or
And we
we
have a lot
just
of money.
use Soren and get.
Yeah.
I can do it
+2
once every long rest.
+2 is 6,000 unless you're upgrading. In which case, if you are upgrading your armor or weapon or whatever it might be, then half price for the upgrade. Assuming you have the previous step. Like if you want to go from +1 to +2, instead of 6,000, it's 3,000. If you want to go to from +2 to +3, it's going to be half, etc.
So wait, how much was it to upgrade to +3
From a +2 or from a +1?
from a +2?
From a +2 without haggling, 12,000. It goes for armor, goes for shields, and weapons might be cheaper. Let me double check here. Yes, weapons are cheaper. A +3 weapon is 16,000, so it would be 8,000 if you're upgrading from a +2. A +2 weapon is 4,000. In fact, I'll go ahead and list these.
Is we have an enchanter back at our other place, right?
Yes,
We
we do.
also have we also have what's his face. Actually, that's
Oh,
what his name is.
these prices are fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 4,000 for a +2 is not bad.
I know they're correct because I have a list that tells me what everything costs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just still saying they're fucking ridiculous for a game that doesn't give you gold like it's supposed to.
We just got a fuck ton of gold though on that last mission.
Yeah, but that was a horde.
Did we sell the we didn't sell all the items yet, did we?
No.
We
You
need to
know, I
sell
just
those.
realized
Yo, that
if
was
we
all
want magic
GP and
items,
platinum.
if we want magic items, we need to go feed a dragon, which is not an innuendo, but we literally need Fang to go feed a dragon
Oh
and do
fuck!
well.
Right, I have that invitation.
If Fang is good enough, she might give us magic stuff.
So should we say we sold all that random shit during our week?
I would assume.
Do I know if any of that miscellaneous stuff is magical in any way?
None of it was.
Alrighty, cool.
Ooh, dope.
So 14 weeks, right? I mean, 14
So
days.
is this
14
party
days.
loot? Is this party loot thing up to date?
Let me check.
Which one?
The one that everybody can see.
The only party loot we have.
No, there's no way that's up to date.
That doesn't look right.
Yeah. If you look in the info tab of this Discord, the treasure for Magical Prison is all the stuff you got. That's updated.
I added. I think I added
But I
this
believe
right.
you all already split up the gold and platinum, and so you have the items from
Yeah, it's just the items that are left.
I'm talking about we never did pass out these gemstones, did we?
From party
Who
loot.
is rolling
No,
100s?
the gemstones were all thrown in the party loot together. Oh, are you
All
trying
right,
to divine intervention?
All right.
He succeeded twice.
Oh
right.
shit!
Which
Oh,
from
shit.
the
So the first success would obviously not allow him to do the second, but okay, Lawrence, what do you ask of your deity?
I'm in my room searching my bag, saying, "Where the fuck is that tome at?"
Tome.
are you fucking asking for a manual?
Yup.
Kenji, this is why most people don't let them spam
You
that.
find a very
You
elaborate looking tome
can't
in your
do
bag.
that.
You find a very elaborate looking tome in your bag. And when you go to open it, it is a thick tome about the God of Light and his teachings.
I'll go out of town,
And at
and
the end of the tome, there is a message written in. You speak Celestial, right?
yes.
There is a message in Celestial that says, "Cast off your disbelief, and you will attain wisdom."
Why did you roll that 14 times, dog?
He was gonna
Once
do
per
it for every
day till it
day,
worked
yeah.
for 2 weeks. Alright, I added up all the miscellaneous crap. We each get 1,000 gold.
All right, but yes, Lawrence, there's a message in Celestial that says, "Cast off your disbelief, and you will attain wisdom." And I presume you're burning the tome. Is that what you're doing?
You're burning a book of God?
Why? Wait, how are you an atheist
What?
cleric? Is like one thing.
He's in denial.
So Marge got that on the second day.
Damn.
and the 10th or
All
11th.
right, Marge, what are you asking?
I don't know. I just wanted to roll it, but
I'm asking.
maybe
Money, money, money,
maybe
money, money, money,
to
money.
accidentally stumble over a holy avenger or some shit. No, that's only for paladins. No.
Yeah, maybe that's a little too extreme.
Just
Hey
legendary
guys,
items fall from the sky.
Marge.
A rod of rulership. How about that?
Jeez. Kenji, this is why you don't set the precedent that God will just give you what you want if you roll divine intervention.
He won't.
No, divine intervention gives me the chance to stumble upon it.
Yeah, he won't. This the gold thing was not a standard deal. Unfortunately, you do not get any magical items out of your divine intervention, but perhaps it will appear in the
Set me
future.
on the
There's no
path
way to know.
because I succeeded in that shit. What level are we?
3 times.
12. I
4
succeeded
times.
on that bitch
4
three
times,
times.
Because does that
No,
be your
4
level or
times.
below your level? Yeah.
I succeeded on that bitch 4 times. It will be set me on the path to something amazing.
Set on the path of the righteous man.
You find a ticket worth its weight in gold chocolate.
It will be set me on the path of the righteous woman,
I got the
where I
gold
shall
ticket.
where I shall mete out the wrath of God on the non-believers.
Yeah, that's
And-
I think that's right.
Hey,
And I
there's
will
this
look
kid
into
over
what
there
you sent
burning a
me as
Kenji,
Bible.
did you see
Go
what
deal with him?
I
Yeah.
sent you?
Yeah, I'll have
I
to
don't
look into
remember
that.
asking you a goddamn.
I can't hear you.
I'll have to look into
Someone
it.
talking.
Yeah, I will have to look into it. But yes, I saw it.
But why would you have to look into it? It's an uncommon weapon. Uncommon item, I should say.
I have to check the prices.
It's uncommon. Like
I mean,
500
so
Just by rarity. It's not just by
under
rarity.
the impression of how this is supposed to work,
500 to
magic
1,000?
shops are supposed to have a lot of the common items, but people roll to see what items they have because it's just an old DM thing to roll.
Mhm.
But they're supposed to have the common items because they're common.
Yeah, but anything above that is more difficult, and also because I have to actually figure out if because some of these things are differently priced. There's a general range for rarities, but
That's fair. Hey Asher, could you make this? Could you enchant this black
yeah, it'd
flute the
probably
way
be
I tell you
better
to?
ask him
What kind of enchantment are you talking about? Is it uncommon?
because that is Asher's class feature, so it's probably better to ask him.
Yes.
So to upgrade the shield, it is what?
Defense. Half the gold cost.
Yeah, it's for me to okay for him. Okay.
I can do it myself. I am a smith.
Well, if
To
you
make,
want,
you can
Nothing to
magically
do with
enchant it to
smithing,
make
it's to
it
do with
plus
magic.
3.
yeah, if you want me to enchant stuff, I can do it for half the cost and in the
I have to
quarter of the
figure out-
time.
Where is it? Oh, it's from Tales of the Yawning Portal. Okay. I was trying to figure
Yep.
out where this item was.
So in
reprinted
2.5
at.
days and for 100 gold, I can enchant any uncommon item you want.
For 100 gold?
Well, that's what, according to this chart.
Yeah, that
What
says
what
artificial
type of
thing.
enchantments?
Yeah, we're just gonna abuse you now.
Yeah, that's his thing. He is technically an underground magic item seller.
So
here's-
I'm going to drop 3,000 on a +2 shield.
According to
And then I'm-
Xanthar's,
Do you
it
already have a
starts-
+1 shield to upgrade from?
Kenji, how
No,
much
then
is,
I'll drop the whole 6,000.
All right.
Kenji, how much is it? Our bracers of defense?
Bracers of defense.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Kenji, were you asking for base magic prices?
No, I have base magic.
No.
It's 6,000.
6,000.
Mm-hmm.
How much was it for all the miscellaneous stuff?
What if I use Soren?
Lawrence, I believe he said everybody in the party gets 1,000 gold from the miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah, it's 1,000 gold for all the.
Then I will drop 3,000 on the armor as well.
Kenji,
Okay,
what if I
upgrading
use
armor.
Soren to knock the price down to 3,000?
I'm gonna
that
say that this
leaves
is
me
not gonna
with.
work in a abusable way because most places probably have safeguards against that. I'm gonna assume that you can't just abuse this to get everything.
That one guy was just fucking dumb.
Yeah, because that was a funny RP thing, and I wasn't expecting it. But I imagine, especially with how tight Mirabar is, it's gonna be more
I
difficult.
mean, most people don't have that spell that walk in there to buy a magic
And that's
item.
true, but
So
Mirabar is also
Yes.
essentially.
And most people don't. Most
Cool.
magic places don't let you get close enough to touch a person to cast that
Yeah.
spell.
You just need to look at them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you don't
30
have to
feet.
touch them.
But I can't imagine that it's the biggest deal in the world for most magic shop owners to put like an anti-magic uh, field at their doorway.
Use sword to haggle.
Yeah, I can haggle. Unless they're like, no. Straight up, I don't haggle.
They're probably straight up I don't haggle, yeah. Unless it's a rolled
Set
thing, but I'm
prices.
gonna assume that if you're looking for things, then it's gonna be.
oh,
set
never
price.
mind. My armor is already +2. Woohoo!
You're fucking killing.
And
Wait, Asher,
I'm sorry, what was that you cut out?
how long does it take you to make rare items?
Half as long as it would take normally.
that's
Why are you
the-
posting that in the chat, Kenji? What the fuck?
It
So
didn't say
Asher
so in
will
my
know.
class abilities. It,
Delete
so
it.
Asher
Delete
will
it.
know.
Delete it.
Fine.
Are you fucking what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
It's a wondrous item from Tales of the Yawning Portal. Asher can make I think common and uncommon items.
in like a quarter of the time.
Yeah, and it's
Anything
not
else,
common.
it's normal time.
Oh, in that case, I guess I had to buy Bracelet Defense for 6,000 goddamn gold.
You said you don't
speaking
have
of which-
anything to spend gold on, so
Hey,
That's
there
still
you
a lot
go.
of gold, man.
Speaking of which, can I drop 2,000 gold to get to work on enchanting that arm with the spell storing ability? Or would that cost extra because of the whole being in an arm thing?
If your artificer gives a price, then that's fine. Are you looking at an artificer list for that or what?
What, me?
Yeah. Or
I'm
you
looking
just,
at the. I'm just looking at the Xanathar's magical crafting guide.
yeah. If
instance
it's
for
within the
rare items.
rules,
Yeah,
then that's fine.
cool. I get to work on a magic arm.
See, but yes, Kenji, there's a reason I'm asking for it to be a flute specifically, and I know no one gets the reference because no one's watched that.
nope.
But yeah, I would recommend for most of these
Interesting item to
things.
ask for.
DM recommendations for most of these things. Ask Asher because his class actually has rules for it, which are much better than people trying to craft rules for it. So
There's already rules for it.
there are, but
I've
the Xanathar
posted them
rules are really
somewhere.
finicky. I mean, no, I have the list of magic items that somebody has made for prices. That's fine. I have that and I reference that. And there are also
No,
rules
like
for
I
Xanathar.
got there's a whole book about enchanting and everything. I've
Yeah.
posted it somewhere before.
I mean, I have access to these things, but the artificer has a published rule set for reduced price and time magic item crafting as part of Eberron, and Asher has
Yeah, it's a
access
class
to those
ability.
features. So he's probably the best person to ask for the majority of your basic items.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to abuse you, Asher. I've got some things for you to make.
All right, lay it on me. What do you got?
Yeah, we're just gonna lock him in a freaking lock him in a cart and just have
Yeah,
Fang
he's-
carry it around.
He's a sweatshop laborer now.
No. Well, hey, I work on my own time. Damn it! Like, it's gonna
I
take me
need you
10
to make
weeks.
a
It's gonna take
Heward's
me 10 weeks.
handy spice.
But yes,
A
on
spice
one hand,
pouch?
I don't want to
Yeah, it's for
recommend
Fang.
it. I don't want to
Is it
recommend it.
is it
Oh
uncommon?
wait, is that a thing? Hang on.
It's common. Yeah, Heward's handy spice patch is
Oh.
an actual thing.
I can get that done in a
Nice.
day
It's from Xanathar's, Kenji.
for like
Okay.
25 gold.
It's just something for whatever reasons now Fang has on hand all the time. The basic
Do you
ingredients
know
he'll
what
need
that is, Fang?
spice.
If not, that's the thing. It's not attunement.
I need to get either armor or a shield, and I don't know which one to get. Wait, so Kenji, you know my Skianova boom? How it got like it has like that 2d6 force damage on it.
Mm-hmm.
That was enchanted. Can I don't know. Is that possible for Handy to do the same type of enchantment?
I think he technically can. Basically, that's a modified flame tongue enchantment, and I think Handy Asher, you could theoretically make a flame tongue weapon, right, Asher? Because it's just I have to remember the rarity. Hang on. Basically, yes.
So like if I buy I just want like an upgraded Skianova, basically a +2 version of it, and then adding a new thing on it.
Yeah, it's a rare thing. So I mean, pretty much Asher. I think Asher theoretically can craft. I think there are rules for him to craft outside of like special once and done artifacts. I think he can technically craft most magic items in 5e. So theoretically, yes, he could do that. It's just a flame tongue enchantment that I have modified to accommodate for force damage, and so it would be essentially like him creating a flame tongue weapon as far as price and time. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You would have to ask him how much that would cost and how long it would take because I don't know he has access to his. I would have to look up my charts.
I would also
Handy, do you know?
like.
What?
Would also like.
Rare item? How much time and cost?
According to this chart, it will take me 10 work weeks. That's 5 hours a day, 8 hours. That's 5 hours a week. I mean, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and 2,000 gold. But I already got my own rare item project working on, so uncommon.
Gotcha. I won't bother you. But we also have our friend, what's his name? Who was the guy that initially did it?
I believe it was Everick down in Baldur's Gate that did it, but it may have been your friend in Waterdeep. I can't recall exactly.
I have a request while we're doing this downtime from request for Soren, and Lawrence.
Y'all.
I need your ritual spells. Give me your ritual spells.
What do you mean? Give you? I don't know what that
He's
means.
got. He
I
took
mean, I
ritual
need you
caster.
to make it into a scroll so that I can copy it into my wrist.
Bitch, I don't use ritual spells.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
you
yeah,
need a
so-
wizard to make scrolls.
No, you don't. If you're
No?
a magic caster, you can make scrolls. I think it's
Every
just
DM I've ever
you have
talked
to
to
be.
told me I couldn't do that.
If you look in Xanathar,
Yeah, I think he's right. I think there are
proficient in
Xanathar rules.
Arcana.
According to Xanathars, you don't even need to be a spellcaster to make magical items. Well, except for spell scrolls.
Well, I think you
Okay.
just have to you have to be able to cast the thing, but
Yeah.
so yeah, there are rules for crafting spell scrolls and Xanathars, and I don't believe you have to be a wizard to do it.
But
Just
yeah,
a
I don't,
spell.
no ritual spells for me. No,
What
thank
were you
you.
asking though? Were you trying to move your enchantment, Soren, or
What?
were you trying to move your enchantment from one weapon to another, or were you trying to create a new weapon, or?
Oh, if it's possible to move it, that would be easier. I don't know.
I don't think that's the case, but I was asking. I guess what I meant was, were you trying to upgrade a weapon with that enchantment, or what?
Yeah, I was trying to make my Skianova boom a +2 Skianova boom.
Oh, I'm going to look up.
Okay, so apparently Xanthars makes it so you don't have to be a wizard, but it does lay out a chart of how to write it.
That is literally what we've been saying.
I have to figure out if you can even have plus to a weapon like that that's enchanted like that. Uh, um,
Yeah, because it's already magic
yeah,
and does extra
I don't know if you
damage.
can have like a +2 flame tongue or not. I don't know if that's a thing.
It most definitely is, but it's expensive.
I'm looking at Sage Advice now.
Because technically, it's already enchanted,
Yeah,
right?
I have to look at Sage Advice.
But either way, Kenji, you're gonna have to
Um,
beef up our enemies because now we're gonna be super powerful.
yeah,
You might.
yeah. It seems like the Sage Advice implication is that you can't have a flame tongue type enchantment and a plus to hit. Um,
Then there
so
wouldn't
it would
be
be one or the other.
anything like the Holy Avenger or Giant Slayer. That's stupid.
Well, those are special items, though. I mean, I don't think you can
How are they
place.
different from having a +2 weapon with Giant Slayer?
The difference is it's an in-game item versus crafting.
Somebody had to craft it.
Yep, God.
No, God didn't craft that.
Let me see.
God doesn't
Because
exist.
what they're literally saying disproves the Sunblade, the Holy Avenger, the fucking one hammer that's like Thor's, the Dwarven Thrower.
Well, the difference is those are specific items.
I'm pretty sure they're
That
also legendary
That's
items.
those are specific items that come with a particular plus. Whereas this is the question of can you take any old +2 sword or whatever and put a flame tongue enchantment on it? Because flame tongue on its own, if you look at the definition of flame tongue or the description, does not have a plus to hit or damage. It's just flame tongue. Whereas the sunblade is a specific sword that has specific properties with specific plus to hit. Giant Slayer is the same thing. These are different weapons that are specific items. Flame Tongue is
okay.
just an enchantment that goes on various things, and the Sage Advice, from what I understand, states that it cannot be placed on a plus. I'll have to look more into it and see if I'm wrong, but currently that seems to be the case.
Hmm.
So
Well,
if we,
if that's the case, I'm just gonna buy some armor then. Some +2 armor.
do we
All right.
know if we go to our friendly neighborhood wizard down in Waterdeep, if these are bold? I forget where the fuck's our hideout again.
I mean, it's in Waterdeep.
It's in Waterdeep.
If these prices would be like reduced for the best friends discount.
Probably not. These are generally going to be your standard prices.
Yeah, but we've helped him out quite a bit.
You have, but there's also. Well, the guy in Waterdeep's not even an enchanter. Technically, he's an evocation wizard that enchants on the side sometimes. But
Yeah, we'd have to go
Yeah, and
down
still won't
to
remake the arm.
Baldur's Gate. I'm pretty sure Baldur's Gate is the guy who enchanted my
yeah,
my
and
sword.
even then, those are generally standard prices.
Yeah.
Also, I
Essentially.
assumed that when these magic items are crafted, that something is, that some of the crafting is done as the item itself is worked, like for +2 and all those. So
Yeah, you can't like rework it after. It makes no sense when you're forging it. You
I
know,
mean,
presumably,
it
once it's forged,
depends.
it's forged.
It depends. I mean, if you're doing something like a rune carver, that make
yeah.
you could technically swing
Or like
saying, "Oh,
I make the exception. I do have the home rule of allowing people to take like their +1 to a +2. But that's somewhat of just a hand wavy gameplay thing and saying, "Oh, it's already been worked," just because I know there are dumb situations where it's like someone has, for example, a sentimental item. Like their characters had this sword the entire game, but it's like, why would you use this +1 sword when here's this random +2 sword that you found that's just in a dungeon somewhere in a barrel? But what armor are you looking to get though, Soren?
I mean, I'm currently rocking. What do I have? I believe it's breastplate. Yeah.
The mithril breastplate I gave you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's mithril. I forgot it was mithril. So never mind. That's pretty good because it's unique. It's mithril. I'm just gonna get a +2 shield, buckler shield, like the one I have, just better.
Okay.
Hey, Kenji.
Hmm. Yeah.
Magic once when an item is made magical, it essentially has resistance to being destroyed, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they can't be destroyed normally. Let me look. Um,
Wait,
I think generally they can't be destroyed by normal means.
Yeah, so I want to
I mean, they
while
can be
we're in,
destroyed, but it depends on the actual thing.
yeah,
They're
before
probably
we
pretty resilient.
before I have Asher do the thing, I want to go have an obsidian flute made.
So it doesn't break.
Well, no, just yeah, it's an obsidian flute, and then have him enchanted with the enchantment so it doesn't break.
Right. I will say that it is probably 50 gold, I guess, to have someone work obsidian into a flute-like state.
Okay.
So Kenji,
By the way, guys, go watch The Untamed. It's a very good show.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
You let Aaron give me this apparently +1 wrapping that makes my sword a +1. That you said I could put to my flame tongue greatsword.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did.
Let's see.
But now I have this new bigger sword. And I think I just found a way that you've allowed to break that own flame tongue +1 rule.
Like I said, I might be wrong in the first place. I have to look it up.
And that rule is definitely wrong.
I mean, the reason, again, there's a reason that Sunblade and all this stuff, because Sunblade, like, Sunblades are not items. There is a Sunblade. That's a thing. It's a specific item.
Yeah, it was crafted with
No,
the power
because
of the gods or something.
Sunblades are their own item. Sun sword is a specific item.
What I mean is, it's not an enchantment like Flame Tongue is. Like, you can't make a sword Sunblade according to the rules, whereas you can make an item Flame Tongue. And I'm trying to figure out
what rule says that.
Because I mean, I understand you wouldn't be able to make sentient weapons or artifacts, but the Sunblade isn't an artifact. Like there's two different versions of it. There's the Sunblade, which is just the I think it's
hilt.
A
it's just a hilt that sun comes out of. That you enchant to have a blade of sun come out of it.
Oh my god, it's a fucking lightsaber.
Oh, because Flame Tongue specifically states that it can go on. It's an enchantment that can go on these weapons.
Any sword.
List. Yes. Whereas Sunblade is not listed as an enchantment. It's listed as a specific item. And Sunblades happen to have a +2. Like there might be various Sunblades, but a Sunblade is a Sunblade, whereas Flame Tongue is an enchantment that goes on a sword.
Yeah, I was arguing that you said that you couldn't make a Sunblade. Like I would.
No, you could. I mean, you could make a Sunblade. I'm saying you couldn't make a sword and turn it into a Sunblade sword. A Sunblade is a specific thing. It's not like you can't enchant a sword to be Sunblade, but you can enchant a sword to be Flame Tongue. That was an oversight, Mark. Thank you for calling that out.
What with the wrapping?
Yeah. 'Cause I think the way I said it is I would allow you to, over time and with Smith tools, work that rapid in to create a +1 weapon. But in lieu of this, suppose that would not work with a flame tongue.
Well, what about
But
a
you can
vicious
use it for your
great
big
axe?
fuck off.
Let's see.
'Cause that's like it does regular damage. It is a vicious act. It has +1, and it does an extra 2d6 slashing.
Where does it have a +1? I thought it's just.
There are vicious like weapons +1.
Yeah, but vicious isn't vicious. Is vicious the crit or yeah?
Vicious is crit.
Yeah, like the enchantment only activates on the crit, so
me see.
technically, it. Oh god, my brain. I've had the exact weapon you're describing.
Right. I'm just saying like
No,
there
he's
are
right.
exceptions.
He's right. There are vicious +1. That's why. Okay. Well, that's so odd to me though, because I wonder why flame tongue is vicious.
Oh, it's Acquisitions Incorporated. That's why it's like
Oh, it's new stuff.
it's new, it's special.
Well, I mean, I guess okay, it's new. That makes sense. All right. Well, okay. In that case, I'll allow plus flame tongue weapons, and I don't think it's gonna break anything, but with the caveat that we'll see how it goes. But I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal. Normally I wouldn't, but in lieu, you're right about that with the vicious weapons. So in that case, yeah, that's fine. So if you want to have gotten that instead of a shield, that's fine as well, Soren. But
Right. So
I'm gonna assume that none of the purchases you guys make are final until next session when we actually load up with these items.
wait, so what am I purchasing though? Am I purchasing a flamed yeah, because I already have a regular, essentially force tongue rapier or skin over.
Right. If you want to have an upgraded weapon, then you would have it. You would get the weapon and then have it enchanted after the fact, which would be a separate.
Okay, so I'll just buy a +2 rapier, which is a Skianova. That's what I'll do instead.
Freaking
Right.
Bang gets
Okay.
giant fuck off Mithril greatsword, but I can't get my arm to explode.
Oh, you know what? I have money left over. I'm gonna buy both. I'm gonna buy the shield and the sword.
All right.
Where's the fairness in that, Kenji?
Because the difference is his sword is not going to do as much damage as explosive arm.
Yeah, it's not that much damage, to be honest.
I have said I am fine.
Every time you
But
try
he's
to
like, nah,
raise a
son.
big
Nah.
point, you always
know.
cut out. Am I losing internet again?
I hear you.
It keeps going in and out.
I was trying to say I wasn't trying to get the same fuck off killer big bad in one blow weapon again.
I guess it would be. I mean, what are you looking to get then? Is there a specific item you're basing this off of?
No. I just wanted to like be able to come up and do force damage every once in a while.
I don't know. I'd have to look, see if there's anything applicable.
Force damage is my thing. Stay in your lane, bro.
So, Kenji,
Explosions are
to
force.
save time, can I just say I transfer the flame tongue from my other greatsword and add the +1 to my big new one?
Well, you can't really transfer the flame tongue. You'd have to get it re-enchanted. You could do the
I
plus
guess
one
we
to it.
flavored that before.
Um,
Yeah, because the entire reason my greatsword's flame tongue is because we paid a wizard to move the flame tongue from his scimitar to my greatsword for some reason. I guess I can just play to get the flame tongue then, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember Taz having a flame tongue weapon, but okay.
No, someone picked up a flame tongue scimitar, but I don't remember if I said the enchantment was transferred. I thought it was.
Weird.
I thought the idea was that he copied the runes from the scimitar.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Um,
Uh, well, how much would it cost to flame tongue this giant thing?
Normally a flame tongue is 5,000, but that's assuming that you're buying a thing whole. To have it enchanted,
On something
There
that's
you go.
easily to
for
be
that, I would have
enchanted.
to think, yeah.
What is the flame tongue considered?
I think it's rare.
Yeah. So you have handy your rules for that you're pulling from. Is it's Xanathars, right? You're using Xanathars.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that enchantment thing for doing it on your own? Is that any reduced price?
If it's rare or above, no.
Okay.
So whenever you get the time, could you please enchant my thing?
I'll see you in about 2 months.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to Baldur's Gate and do it there, because that
No.
takes way too long.
Normally, flame
Well,
tongue
sorry,
is.
that's how long it's gonna take me to make my stuff.
Hmm.
Because I'm not doing work weeks. I'm just gonna work on it every day, like to cut down like the work weeks. Yeah, I'm working Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. Flame tongue is normally 5,000 thing, so
Jesus.
that's yeah.
How the hell did I get flame tongue greatsword so damn early?
Like I said, I think I had a misunderstanding of the rules at that time and I don't know if I mentioned something about transferring. I think if I remember correctly, exactly what happened is you all fought it wasn't a fire elemental.
It was a djinn, wasn't it? Or not djinn, but
It's
like
not djinn. There's another. I don't remember what it's called. There is a type of fire elemental that actually uses weapons, and you got it from them.
ooh, I wonder if you can use divine intervention to cut your uh, making of weapons in half or something like that.
I mean, I don't have it, but if you guys are willing to use divine intervention,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
How much?
We'll see. Fuck it.
You handed over 4,000 and what thing? It was like
I handed over
4,300.
6,000.
Yeah, I meant Fang for his sword. I think it was like 4,300 gold or something.
I paid. Yeah, I was prepared to give her also 266 platinum, but I gave to help Handy. I paid her 60 platinum, so roughly I got like 3,000 gold on me right now.
And how much would it have been? You see, 10 work weeks and 2,000. You said, Handy.
Yeah, 10 work weeks for 2,000.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that 2,000 is probably fine then, Fang. Presumably, or not 2,000. Sorry, 3,000 would be fine because presumably 2,000 and the work weeks is there to save money, and so assuming you're paying someone else to do the work, factor in the labor cost. I'm gonna say that 3,000 would probably be fine for that.
For what?
flame tongue on the greatsword.
Oh, so that's how much it's gonna cost me for my rapier as well.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be cheaper if you do it yourself, but it just takes the extra time.
So can
Also,
I
if
pay
any
a
of you-
blacksmith my last 6 platinum to put these wraps on it?
I'm going to say that that's fine. Yeah.
I
Pay
now have
3,000.
9 silvers to my name.
Yeah, 3,000 for the flame tongue and whatever whatever's left for the wraps. If any of you are looking, I should address this too before we call this session. If any of you are looking to get rid of your old magic items, then you can also attempt to do that. You probably won't get full value, but you'll get something. I should factor that in because I know that several of you have items that are obsolete.
Would anyone like a flame greatsword?
Man, this is the part where Asher should come in and be all like, "Yeah, I'll buy that from you," and then try to restart his own fucking business again.
The +1's only on the attack and damage on the base damage, not the flame tongue, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Flame tongue is always 2d6.
gotcha.
Who wants ancient stone tablets?
Aaron
There
starts
is
playing
more.
a flute.
What'd you say, Necro?
Ancient stone tablets.
What's ancient stone tablet do?
How am I supposed to know?
I cast
Okay.
identify and detect magic.
They're not
How about,
magical.
how about a bag of summoning stones?
Who wants a hand crossbow and some bolts?
I
I will
got
take-
1 hand axe, a bone devil tail, which I don't
And
remember
see,
why I
you
brought
guys,
that.
you guys said you never have any gold.
I have a decanter of endless water. When's the last time we used that?
I mean, if we just let it pour water out, we can.
It goes to a max volume per day.
Control water doesn't give you. It doesn't say you have to have a
We've
certain
had
amount of
this
supply of
argument
water.
before. I can't pour water for you to drown someone with control water and cast tidal wave.
You could waterboard them though.
That is true.
We could.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I have a horse named Craig that I would. No, I'm just not selling him.
Who wants
Yeah.
a cape of gold and
Yeah.
white?
What part of control water says you can't do that? Straight up, what part says you can't do that?
Well, presumably you can't. There are implications with control water where
I mean, granted,
it
because
says
it's the
specifically
same.
that you control any freestanding water inside an area you choose as a cube up to 100 feet on the side. Presumably, you have to have enough within that cube freestanding water. Enough freestanding water within that cube to cause the effect. For example, if you want a flood, then you have to have at least enough freestanding water within the area of control water to raise it by 20 feet.
Okay, wait a minute. Ooh, I need to look something up. I might
Because
have the combo.
otherwise, you could break physics by saying that you could duplicate water by saying that you just take a couple drops of water and then you create a flood out of it. And that starts breaking the laws of physics in really weird ways.
Sure. Hey, I know that doesn't work. You don't know that spell. I was gonna say what you could do, however, is
Create water?
don't worry about it.
Create water? It's a spell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, create or destroy.
that's a cleric spell. Create water. And a bunch of other people, I think.
Yes. Generally, I'm gonna say that standardly you can get rid of your magical items for half the standard price without haggling. And if it's something that is not a standard item or something that you don't already have a price for, then you can ask me and I will get you a price for that item.
What? How much could I sell a hand crossbow and some bolts for?
A regular hand crossbow.
Yep, nothing special. It's like all I got.
Let's see. How many bolts do you have?
How much would spell scrolls cost?
I could tell
Depends
you
on the
depending
level
on
of
the
the
level.
spell.
I got
Uh,
16
hand-
bolts.
No
A
shit,
hand,
Sherlock.
a hand crossbow is 75 gold, so yeah, you could sell it for half that. And one gold for I think 20 bolts.
Oh, I have 16.
What level of spell scroll are you looking to get? So yeah,
First or second.
I'm gonna say that you can get 5 silver for the bolts. I'll round up for you, and then you can get for the hand crossbow round down. You can get 37, or you can get 37 gold and 5 silver for the hand crossbow. And what level's a spell scroll?
First or second.
A first level spell scroll. First and second level spell scrolls. Assuming you can find somebody that has a scroll of the spell you want, 60 and 120 gold, respectively.
Interesting. How much is a fifth level scroll?
640.
We'll be in touch.
But you have to be able to. It has to be on your class's spell list.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, I have a Captain Cutlass worth 100.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think you got that from the.
It's from the ghost ship.
Yeah.
Can I sell that?
Yeah, you can sell that for.
I was just like keeping it as a trophy, but it's really stupid. I don't need it anymore.
At this time, it's like I'm giving the party a chance to declutter since you guys have gone for so long without getting paid for any of your jobs. So
Yeah,
I'm
no
giving you all
shit.
I'm giving you all some downtime to get this stuff sorted out. So
I will buy your magic items.
You want my magic items?
I want to start up my business again.
Okay, I got a decanter of endless water and a flame tongue greatsword. What do you give me for it?
It makes
Decanter
no
of
sense
endless
that
water.
Greater Steed find Greater
I
Steed
will
art.
give you 250 for the decanter. What's the
250
greatsword?
what?
Gold. You know, like main currency we use in this world.
For that tanker of water, I could give you the healing potions.
What about healing potions?
I'm waiting to trade that canteen for healing potions.
You know what? I still have one of your healing potions. I don't think I've ever used them.
I have 14 on me.
I
Yeah, I got
have 2
6.
normal healing potions, unfortunately. I think I drank
I
all
don't
of
think I
yours
have
once.
any. Yeah, according to my sheet, I have. Oh my god! I went to battle with no healing potions. You guys suck.
Apparently,
Lawrence
Lawrence
has
has
so
just been
many.
making so many off screen and forgetting to give us
Yeah.
some.
because Lawrence can make X amount on downtime for a certain price, so he makes them in downtime, and they're also enhanced. So
And since I'm always broke, I could barely make any more.
You should start selling them as a business.
Yeah, undercut the market.
Lawrence, since yours are enhanced, I'm going to say that you could actually sell your healing potions for full price. So that would be for the basic ones. Uh,
And what was the other item you wanted me to sell? Or you wanted me to the flame sword or whatever?
Yeah, it's a flame tongue greatsword.
All right, flame tongue great sword. Shit. How much does a rare item usually cost?
Depends on the item.
Apparently 6 fucking thousand.
It's like
No, it's
Yeah,
like
depends.
it's like
if you're going from
3,000.
Xanthar's worksheet, I think it's like 4K.
Yeah, it's
I'll
it's
buy it.
weird.
I'll buy it for, assuming I can find a buyer for 4,000. I'll buy it for 2.
It's sold, sir.
Alrighty. Sweet.
Aaron
Um,
shoots off playing his flute.
Can I find a
Ask
weirdo to sell this bone devil claw to?
Yeah, you can ask
Can
around.
I
It
find the
would be
same Leodo
investigation.
to sell his tail to?
Can I instead take the tail to someone to make a whip?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can take the tail and make a whip. I hand you one bone devil tail.
I guess it would be investigation. Try to find somebody to sell the claw to, Soren. Okay, yeah, you can find someone. Yeah, offers 125 gold for it.
I say 200.
He offers he bumps his price up to a whopping 130.
175.
Roll a persuasion.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. So he gives you 175 for it. Is kind of sketchy looking sword. Like he's probably gonna go make some assassination tool out of this, but
Go for it. Go try to summon demons, you idiot.
So can I just sell my one hand axe to some random lumberjack?
Sure. Let me look at the hand axe price.
It's 5 gold.
Okay, yeah, you get 2 gold and 5 silver for it.
I'm gonna send a
Can I
message.
find someone to make this bone devil tail into a whip? A magical Leopleurodon.
Yeah, I'm sure you could find that. It probably wouldn't cost a crazy amount to make a whip out of it.
How long do temporary hit points last for?
Till you
I think it's until
long
you
rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
otherwise-
otherwise specified by the spell.
So those are gone.
Yeah.
And I'll say for 100 gold, you could probably make the tail into a whip since you're not losing material so much as you're just working with it. And what was that?
Why did
Soren?
I
Some
do this?
message.
Because now you have it. Because now
I
you're
wanted
a
to
Belmont.
send to fuck, what's his name? The enchanter down in
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Everic
Yeah.
Vilius.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see what's his deal, what's going on, and is he still working? Does he know any enchanters that are coming back to Waterdeep now that magic's cool there?
He says he knows that there are a few wizards that are going back to Waterdeep, but not particularly of any enchanters. Most of them are still staying at Baldur's Gate to help with the war effort. Because, will they prepare for what is going to be likely a war effort? Though they've put that on hold ever since the possible truce with Neverwinter.
I'll just let him know that there's a war coming, but it won't be with Neverwinter. It's gonna be with fucking Fae, Winter Fae.
He says he finds that very disturbing, but thanks you for the information. He
Look
recommends
at
that you
me.
speak with the
This one.
council in
This guy
Waterdeep.
talks too fucking much.
He recommends that you.
Oh shit! I wonder.
Presumably, they're just spamming, sending back and forth. But he says that he recommends you speak with a particular member of the Waterdeep Council.
Is
Hey,
it the one
Kendra.
that we killed?
No, if you remember, it's the one that looked like he was burned by dragonfire.
Oh, what's his name again?
I don't think he ever actually gave his name, but they referred to him as the Firekeep.
As what?
The Firekeep, or he may have also been referred to as the Gatekeeper, but I don't believe he ever actually gave his name. In fact, I don't know if any of the council gave their names.
No, they did.
They were all freaking eyes wide shut people.
Yeah, they were masked. It was weird.
But he's the only one that had a title that he was given to you.
Well, all right. Well, I'll let him know that within the month I'll be there to ask him to enchant an item for me.
Yeah, he says he's not entirely sure if he can do any enchanting, but he meant specifically about the Fae. If there's anyone that he feels that you can trust, it would be him.
Oh, I know. I mean, for him, I need something enchanted. He's
Right.
got to help me out.
Right. Yeah, he mentions that he'll be there.
Cool.
Why did I make this weapon? Whips aren't
shit.
even simple.
But they're martial. You can use a whip as a monk.
No, you
It's not?
can't.
I thought whips were one of the things.
It's martial. I don't think it is.
Oh, it's just simple weapons and short swords for monks normally.
You probably could have made it. It's a sharp tail, right? Or is it like it's a bone tail? You could have made that into a short sword.
It's a sharp tail. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have made it into a short sword.
Yeah, well, I have this thing now, which I find hilarious.
Hey, I actually want to call up Trevor, my brother, and see
Okay.
if
It's his last
he
name.
knows about the whole Winter Fae
Belmont?
bullshit.
He tells you that he has no idea about anything Winter Fae related.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey guys, what
They're
exactly is the entire
instructed to stay
situation?
away from the Fae just like any other wizard.
It, like the Winter Fae are probably manipulating both sides of this conflict, causing chaos and whatever.
How about we stop telling everyone we meet and making ourselves a
Hey.
bigger target?
Hey! He's my brother. He's cool.
Kenji, this
Kinda.
JoJo mask you're
Hey.
giving me lets me breathe underwater, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
I think specifically it's like hold your breath for twice as long or something. But
All right. Well, I'm gonna go, guys, because I
Yeah.
got class in the morning. So
You have class?
oh, like online class, but yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say I need to skedaddle as well, but there's
Why, you want
there's
some noodles?
Yeah, actually I do. So if there's anything else you guys need to handle over the next week or two of downtime before next session, in-game week or two of downtime before next session, then
I'm just gonna spend the gold to +1 my Mariner's armor.
yeah. And if you need
Just
if you need prices on anything, you can ask me. But
yeah, I will buy any of your magic items. I don't care.
I just need to talk to do the whole thing at some point over the week.
yeah, that's fine. You can message me whenever, and we can do it over text or whatever. But,
Also, I'm using my flute as a weapon, just
okay,
cause.
all right. I'll say that you can count it as what's the thing with improvised weapons? If it's close enough, you can count it as an actual weapon. I'll say you can beat people with it like a club. I think that's a weapon in 5e, right? Club.
Yeah, club's a simple weapon.
I'll say that you can use it as a club, so therefore you can use it with your martial arts.
Aha! Then
My
that what I just
AC.
rolled is perfect.
Yeah.
My
Because I
AC
think
is
the
now
rule in
17.
5e is that if an improvised weapon is close enough in function to the actual weapon, then you can count it as using the actual weapon. Like, I think the example given is, for example, if you take a table leg or chair leg, it's close enough to a club in function that you can count it as a club. What was that though, Mark?
What?
Did you say something just now? I thought you were saying something. I accidentally cut you off, but
I no, I thought I was just thinking like I thought the club was AD4 maybe.
Well, my
yeah.
it probably is, but my monk weapon, my monk die is D6.
All right, well, yeah.
Also, how long would it have taken you to have, like, when would you have made the flute?
Me? Is it
Yes,
is it common or
it was uncommon. You were the one who made the goddamn flute. I mean, when?
oh, probably like 2.5 days.
2.5 days into downtime?
Um, no, 2.5 days in general. I think I spent most of my downtime either crafting the giant mithril sword or in the arm.
Yeah, the 2 weeks we had, when did you craft it? That's what I'm asking.
Probably towards the end.
Yeah, okay. That's all I need to know.
all right. Anything else anybody needs to handle?
I'm good.
All right. Again, message me over the week if you need anything.